Good morning, everyone. How are you? Very, very good morning. When did you get up? And when you get up, do you have butterflies? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? Today you're going to have this amazing kukuruku sessions. And first of all, happy Halloween, everybody. Today is Halloween night. So what are you going to do today? Because in my society, a lot of kids come on my gate for trick and treat. So do you do this thing of trick and treat? Just comment me of yes, right, trick and treat. So do the thing of trick and treat. So going with the flow of Kukuruku session, today we are having a session on abstract art, and I'm very sure that like Halloween, you will be very excited for continuing yesterday's session to today's session of abstract art. So, okay, kids, do you know Kukuruku is not just the biggest but the longest running global art festival for children? And not only because we have our instructors from nine different countries, but also because we have our viewers from Oman, Qatar, and UAE. So, to all those people, welcome and happy Halloween to you too. So, today's session is brought to you by Camel, India's favorite stationery brand, in association with our radio partner, 92.7 Big FM, Dhun Badal Ke To Dekho, with our partner, Sonalika Publication, nurturing thinking minds and shaping future leaders, with our entertainment partner, Pogo. So, yeah, I'm your host, Prachi Pandit, for today's session, and I'm very, very excited, and so are you. But before the excitement begins and goes to another level, I want you to open your little ears for this little, also big information, because it's very important for you guys. Okay, number one, this session will be for 40 minutes, followed by a Q&A round, during which you will be on your mute, but you can always note your questions in the question and answer box so that I can ask Kanika, your instructor, to answer all your questions and queries. Number two, if you can't see anything or you have any problem in accessing the session, don't you worry. Please ask with your parents. But even if you miss on to something, don't you worry. We always have a backup for you. We have number three rule for you, which is even if you miss on to something, these sessions are being recorded for your future benefits. So you just have to log in your Kukuruku details on the Kukuruku dashboard, and then you can get access to all the recorded session. Now, number four, very, very important. Listen to this one very carefully. Whatever art you create or whatever work and beautiful creations you learn from our workshops, don't forget to post it on your social media account, not just as a story, but post it on your social media account. And don't forget to tag who? Kukuruku and Camel. Okay, with that, I want the session to go ahead, but before that, I want the admin to please play an interesting video for the kids. Wow, mixing of colors, making new colors. So whatever color you mix, it's going to become something just like the talent you have. Whatever talent you have, just mix and match it, and it's going to be amazing, wonderful. Hi, Kanika. I can see your smiling face. So with that, let me introduce you to my pleasure. Hello, how are you? And today I'm going to introduce you to the session first. So this session is a fun exercise on enjoying the freedom in the process of creation of art. This process will help them develop skill of changing and distorting to make an attempt to more surreal work and artwork in a very simplified way. Thank you so much for sharing this art with us, because we have learned in the yesterday session so much that we are so eager to learn today also. And now a little bit about our instructor, Miss Kanika. So Kanika is a graphic designer and an artwork for over 10 years now, and has worked with international curriculum schools for over 10 decades. I don't know, 10 decades or 10 years. 1 decade is equals to 10 years. Okay. My maths is very bad, but your kids' art very good. And your maths is very good. So with that, I'm going to go and just the session to start. Happy Halloween. And I know today is going to be very interesting. So bye, ma'am. I wish this session is as amazing as it was yesterday in all your sessions. Okay, bye. Have fun.
Thank you, Prachi, for a lovely introduction yet again. Hello, everyone, and happy Halloween to all of you. So let's get started without wasting much of your time, since we have just 40 minutes. And as I recall, yesterday I had told you that we'll finish painting the artwork that we had drawn yesterday, the surreal artwork that we all did together of the elephant with the crooked stalk legs. Remember? Okay, so before that, we'll do a quick recap, and that's how our session is planned. We'll finish the painting that we drew yesterday. We'll do a quick recap before that of what we learned and what we remember and recall. And the second artwork will be of 20 minutes. So we are going to spend some 2-3 minutes on a recap, 20 minutes on painting yesterday's artwork, and 20 minutes on learning something new. So how to distort. We did deformation yesterday. We'll do distorting today. And it's dedicated to Halloween. So aren't you curious what it's going to be like? So we'll find out soon. So I'm going to share with you a screen for you all to share with me what you recall from yesterday. Okay? All right. So we did deform and distort yesterday, right? You all are going to give me one word of what you recall from yesterday. What do you think abstract means? What do you think deform and distort means? Give me quick words in the chat. Come on. Let's see. Surreal, imagination, free art, of course. Distort, to change the shape of something and make it unreal, something dreamlike. Fantasy, creativity, imagination, lovely. I think you all were paying so much attention and you all did a great job, I'm sure, which I'm very curious to see. Okay, so this was deformation and distorting, when we change the shape of something in real life, such as the sponge ball and the can. Okay, and in art, we may change the shape of someone's face. So that's abstraction, that's deformation. All right, so these are the words you've all come up with just now on chat: dreamlike, surreal, deformed, unreal, fantasy, imagination. Great, so you all remember everything? Let's get to painting our artwork that we made yesterday. So what did we do yesterday? We studied about an artist named Salvador Dali, right? So he was born on 11th of May in 1904, about 120 years ago. So he was a painter, a graphic designer, he was a filmmaker, he made sculptures, he was a designer of posters and print and advertising. And he also did a lot of photography to capture creative images from real life and then turn them into surreal paintings of his own. He called his paintings hand-painted dream photographs. Okay, so he would take ideas from the real life and have his dreams also incorporated into his paintings. We looked at 3 good paintings of him, which are my favorites too. I'm sure you would have found out about more of his paintings on Google. The first one was the stork-legged elephants, remember? Because our painting is also inspired by the elephant's painting. And the other one was the melting clocks. It was called the persistence of memory, okay? But we will remember this painting as the melting clocks, okay? All right, so what is surreal? His paintings were surreal. They were dreamlike, they were awkward and bizarre, they were something twisted and deformed from reality, and they were dreamlike, something in the subconscious mind, something which is not spoken about very openly, but it is something behind at the back of our mind. Maybe it was a dream, it was a thought, or it was our imagination. So let's get to painting now. Okay, moderator, I'd request you to please spotlight my video where I'm going to be painting yesterday's artwork. Thank you. All right. So I'm sure you all have done the outline with a pencil, that is. You're going to be painting it with me today. I'm choosing a nice cobalt blue. I'm using liquid watercolors by Camel. You all can use the watercolor cakes as you saw in the video. Okay, so I'm going to start using a light blue for my elephant here, starting from the head. Now, we are not taking the same colors as Dali's elephants. We're not going to make it the same way. We are going to add our own imagination and creativity. I'm choosing a blue for my elephant here. You may choose a red, pink, yellow, whatever you may want. And I'm going to be doing the background as a sunset painting the way he has done is in his. Okay. If you choose to do a blue sky, then you may change the color of the elephant if you like. So let's get started. I am just going to use my ink all over the head and try and spread it. I will try to get the same uniform tone all over. There is this part of the elephant on the ears that is probably the thickness of his ear. You know, it's fan-like, it's kind of thick. So there was this line that I made on the side of the ear to show the thickness of the elephant's ear, the skin. Okay, the tusk can be another color. The eye, of course, is going to be a dark brown or a black, but we continue using the blue all over his body, ears, legs. Okay. And this part, which is the cloth on the back of the elephant, is going to be patterned and decorative. You all remember I spoke about Egyptian elephants and the Indian elephants, which have body painted and decorated for your ride in Rajasthan, in Kerala. All of these states in India decorate their elephants. They even have festivals to worship them, you know. Read a bit about that. My elephant is blue. Have any of you read the story about Elmer the elephant? Elmer the elephant is really colorful. You read this story, it's very, very interesting. It's about someone having the freedom to be how they want to be. And that's how it is in art. So there is this elephant named Elmer, and he was not as blue and gray as the other elephants, but he was different. He was colorful. He had square colored blocks on his body. And Elmer would always feel disappointed about being different. But later on, if you read the story, he realized it's okay to be different. Sometimes you're different from others because you're more creative, you think of things differently, you have better imagination. So that's what makes you different. And so does your art. How different you are in your ideas with your paintings makes you different. So was the case with Dali, don't you think? He made everything look so surreal and so different from reality. He made everything look abstract yet recognizable. So I think Dali was somewhat like Elmer. And I think that's a great thing. He inspires us so much. All right. Can you all share with me what colors you're using for your elephant? Blue is my color for the elephant because I'm planning to have a sunset in the background, just the way Dali inspired us to do. But you can choose to have a day sky, like in blue. So for that, your elephant's color might have to change. Otherwise, everything will become blue. And I want all of your elephants in your artwork to pop out, because that's the focal point of your painting. It's the elephant that's eye-catching. It's the elephant that's abstract, right? Pink and white is a great combination. Oh, someone says they've even completed painting. That's great. I would love to see your artwork. So don't forget to tag Kukuruku and Camel whenever you upload your artwork there. All right. So first half of my elephant is complete. I'll do the rest quickly so we can save some time for the next artwork too. I hope you all have an extra sheet today for the next artwork, because I remember I promised that if we are left with time, we are definitely going to do a bit extra. So today we are going to learn a technique of distorting. This is deformation, where we change the form of the elephant. The other is going to be distortion, where we are going to add some lines and colors and change how something appears. But you know, I'm going to keep it so simple and easy that even if you're left with not much time to complete the painting, you can do it yourself. I will help you with the drawing and you're creative enough to paint it in your own colors. Okay, so we'll complete the drawing today. And you know, there is magic in this painting that we'll be doing next. It is magical. It's while you color the painting, you will understand and reveal how it appears finally. While you're drawing, you may not know how it will look. But when you start painting, slowly and slowly, you will understand that it's distorted. It's slightly abstract. Okay, so let's just finish the elephant quickly. Yeah, it's actually somebody just telling me on chat, it's like designing our own species of elephants. Yes, of course. Dali already did it. Would you like to design another animal of your own? Maybe you can do something like that and upload that artwork too. I would love to see. Maybe to combine two animals, a bird and another land animal, or a fish and a bird can be combined to create another species. And how do you know? Maybe on another planet, a species like that exists. You never know. All right, so my elephant is painted. I'm going to use a really light yellow for my tusks here. Really light because my background is going to be sunset. So I don't want that to camouflage. So I'm going to use a really light yellow here. Great. Okay. How about green eyes to my elephant? I thought of black and brown, but that's too real, you know. So are green eyes. A lot of human beings and babies have green eyes. I'm going to use a green eye to my elephant too. It's like a little LED stuck in his eye, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to finish the cloth on the back of the elephant with a red. It's actually like a pink. It's called crimson. It's somewhat like a red, but it's actually called crimson because it has a pink tint to it. If you mix a little orange to the crimson, you'll get a beautiful red. Actually, crimson and blue go so well together. Yes. All right, let's decorate the patterns on the cloth. How about using a purple? So this circle in the center could be a purple. Yes. A bit of an orange. Orange and purple are contrasting colors. They are on the opposite side of the color wheel. Yes. A bit of yellow here. Circles and the patterns. If you're using watercolor cakes or the tubes, keep adding water to your cakes. You know, every time you take color from the watercolor cake palette, add a drop of water intake. And don't put too much water, otherwise your colors will be very light. Somebody found out that crimson and blue mix together to make a purple. Yes, of course they do. Like red and blue mix and make a violet. Crimson and blue mix and make a purple. Great. So my elephant's done. Now let me do the background of the sunset. So I'm going to use a thicker brush. Okay. For my sunset, I'm using a yellow and a bit of orange. But before that, in order to do coloring on a larger space, which is the background, we are not going to cover the eyes we made in the background. I made eyes, and I remember some of you wanted to use another symbol for dreams. So I took the eye from Dali's painting, but you chose to do a symbol of your own. So don't paint the symbol, just the sunset. And if you choose to not do the sunset, do a day like blue colored sky with clouds, I'm good with that. So I'm going to first just add a little water all over my background, just a little bit. It will help me spread my watercolor better. So just plain clean water spread around the background in the area where your sunset or your sky is going to come up and your symbols are floating all over the background. I'll just add a little bit of water all over and then use my yellow and orange. So starting with the orange, see how it's just spreading so very well. I will leave the symbols and the clouds and color all in the rest of the area. So I'll do a yellow as well, blending in with the orange. Why should it be a sunset? It could be a sunrise too. So it's just the way you want to look at it. Yeah. Sunrise also has similar colors. It only turns brighter and sunset turns darker. Okay. Well, I need to finish this so I can start the second artwork. I'm sure we'll have enough time for that. Let's just quickly focus, and finish. Do some of you feel that art helps you focus better because it keeps you engaged? You're constantly working on something. So once you have a goal in mind, you try to achieve it by completing the artwork. I think it does. Art helps me focus better and it increases my concentration also, especially when I'm trying to paint my own imagination, my dream, my creativity, all comes out on paper. Sometimes I also play some music in the background, while I'm painting. It just helps me flow smoothly through my work. And I don't think of anything else but my own art. I'm sure most of you who paint regularly also love to play music, and art helps you focus better in the same way as it does for me. All right, my background almost done. You all remember that you have to do the outline after you complete the painting, and the painting has to dry up a little for you to do the outline with the black marker. Because you all did the drawing with pencil, right? I did it with a pen so it could be visible to you all better. You all will be using your markers after the painting is dry. So let me add a little more water for my paints and watercolors to spread better. It's faster. And let it dry. A little water here as well. And the ink. Even if you're not able to complete this in a hurry. I wouldn't suggest that you do everything in a hurry. It might just get spoiled. Okay, so you can complete the painting all by yourself even after the session is over. Why not? Spend some half an hour more and finish this. Awesome. I'm using a lot of orange. I think I'm in love with this orange because it looks so good with the blue elephants. Amazing. What color looked good with the pink and the white? What color looked good with the purple? You all have to share with me. Since I can't see your artwork right away, I'm just so curious. What are the choices you are making with the colors? Yesterday, you all helped me with so many great ideas. Help me again. Purple and yellow, amazing. They also lie on the opposite side of the color wheel. So they are contrasting colors. Contrasting colors also help your paintings pop out. They are, of course, not the colors which are very realistic, but it catches so much attention. It makes your painting look so attractive. So do any of you know about contrasting colors other than purple, orange, purple and yellow? All right. Almost done. The background's almost done. I'm going to start with the eyes after the background is a little bit dry. But I think my inks are drying up quickly, and which is a good thing. The one on top is completely dry, so I'm going to start doing the eyes now. So the blue is used, the orange is used. I've used a bit of crimson in the cloth. Well, I don't have gray, but some of you may have like a black color in the watercolor palette with cakes. So if you have a black color and if you add water to it, it gives you a nice, beautiful gray. But I don't have gray in the liquid watercolor, so I'm going to use green for the eyes. I think I'm in love with green eyes, so I'm going to use green for my eyelid. Of course, the inside will remain white because something has to be real about my painting. Okay, so I'm going to leave the inside white. The eyelid will be green and the inside of the eye will be another kind of green. So the eyelid for all the eyes is green. If you want multicolor, you can do so. Okay, the inside of the eye will be the brown. Green and brown also look so good. Side of the eye will be a brown. Clouds remain white, but if you choose to do another color in the clouds, why not? But my clouds here in my painting will stay white. Almost done with all the eyes. Just a few on top. So what are the colors to the eyes you've chosen or your symbol? Please share in chat. I'd like to know. So there's this huge stone pillar that the elephant has floating above its back. It's called the obelisk, okay? O-B-E-L-I-S-K. So if you Google it, you will find out the meaning and look at other images of obelisk and what it is. So it's basically a monumental structure created. Well, I think I'm done with my painting, but maybe a bit of color in the clouds. See another kind of blue, a water blue called the Prussian blue. So there are two types of blues always. Actually three: cyan blue, cobalt blue, and Prussian blue. Oh my God, I missed two eyes. I must complete that. I think this orange color has taken over and I missed painting the eyelids for two of them. Okay, so I'm using a Prussian blue. Generally, when we paint, we use a Prussian blue for water and cobalt blue for the sky. Sometimes a bit of cyan blue for the sky too. So I'm using a little bit of Prussian blue, but I'm going to spread it and make it lighter using water. I'll add a little water to the clouds first and then have a drop of blue spread over the cloud. The same for the other clouds. And I'm done. So my painting is complete. If you'd like to add a bit of brown around the obelisk, you may do so. But I'm going to use a very light brown. So a little bit of water here and a drop of brown to just give a tint of it being made of stone. So my painting's complete. Are you all ready to start with the next artwork? I'm sure you are all as curious and excited as I am. Next artwork is about distorting. So we learned what deforming was yesterday. Distorting also is somewhat similar. It's about presenting something in a more abstract way from reality. Something that is stretched, something that has different kind of colors or patterns or lines, and it changes the whole thing into something new. A little bit of reality there, but expressed in your own creative way. So this one is done. If you want a screenshot of it, you may take it, but I'm sure you all have completed that. A bit of the hill is left over here. I'm going to wait for this whole thing to dry up. You all, those who have drawn with the pencil, and once this dries up, you will use a black outline the way I did it yesterday for you. Okay, so you're going to use the outlining and trace the outline on your pencil drawing after it dries up. So we shall start with the next artwork right away. So you need for that an A4 sized sheet, okay? The same size as yesterday's artwork. You need your hand. So whichever hand you're drawing with, the other hand you're going to be using for tracing a hand. You need a pencil for drawing, and that's it. The colors and the pens will be used later after the drawing's done. So shall we start? Okay. If you're left with some more painting to do on this one, you can complete it later, use the outline after it dries up. And of course, colors are all your choice, whatever color you'd like to use. So I'm going to remove this from my this is kept aside and the other one comes in place. Okay, so I already have created something, but I'd like you to use your pencil and follow me. First, I keep my sheet like that, and I'm going to stick it with sellotape. Okay. Now, what you need to do is you got to take your hand and trace it. You can trace the entire hand like this and have a bit of your wrist and your arm also on the sheet. Okay, I'm doing it this way because it's easier for me. Of course, if you're looking at an image like this, your hand is supposed to go like that. So I'm going to be doing it this way. You got to trace your hand with a pencil. Okay. You may want to open the fingers a bit more, but I'm not opening them. I'm going to keep it like that. Simple hand tracing, and we are going to distort it to make it look a bit more scary. because I told you it's going to be Halloween special. Okay, after tracing your hand, uh, the pencil is so much visible today. I'm quite surprised. Okay, so the pencil is visible. Now let's distort the hand. You remember looking at a painting of Dali's where you had these melting clocks called the persistence of memory? We are going to do something like that to the fingers too. Maybe we can have the fingers elongated and maybe they look like they are melting too. So we are going to increase the size of the finger and let them go longer here and there. Similarly, the other fingers. Just make sure you are going to use the same width as the finger here. Okay. But when you're increasing the size of the finger and make them go here and there, you will erase the tip of the fingers. If you wish to add long nails, you may do so because it's Halloween special. So why not? Long nails, right? You can have the fingers go longer and then maybe add long nails like that. Simple triangles for the nails. You will erase the line in between the nails. You can do the same with the other finger here. I would never want to have a hand like this, but in my art, maybe yes. All right. So once the hand is done, now we are going to distort it. We are going to make it look like this hand is popping out of a flat printed surface. Okay. Now, how to make it look like it's going to pop out or it's trying to come out of a plain surface? We're going to use stripes. So I am drawing stripes outside the hand with a pencil. Okay. Remember, you all are using your pencil only. A straight line. It may not be as straight as you would get with a ruler, but you can use your hand to make it as straight as possible. So make straight lines at a finger's distance, okay? Every line should be at a finger's distance like this. Make straight lines like that at a finger's distance. Okay? But outside the hand, remember? It doesn't go inside. The drawn hand will remain where it is. The outside will have these straight lines. I will tell you what we are doing on the inside to make the hand look like it's popping out of the striped background. Okay. Again, you may choose the colors you may want to use in the hand also, but I'm going to use some 3 to 4 warm colors. So you all know what are warm colors? Warm colors are the colors of fire, of the sun, of sometimes maybe of a lot of flowers. A lot of flowers are in warm colors like the marigold, rose, the dahlias. All of these flowers are of warm colors. Okay, we are going to distort the hand. We've already deformed it. You see how we've deformed the fingers? They've been stretched and elongated. Now we are going to distort it. Distorting means trying to change it and make it look like an illusion, okay? Something there, not there, something hidden, something differently colored. Okay, after your straight lines are done, now you join these points. Like the first line has these 2 points connecting to the side of the hand. You may want a wavy line here. You may have a wavy line here. All of these lines can go wavy. The other ones, which are on the outside that we drew, are kind of straight, but the ones that will be inside the hand will be wavy. So it will look like the hand is not straight, it's kind of moving, it's distorting from its position. Okay, so inside the fingers also you will do the wavy line, right? See, right now the hand looks like it's been deformed and nothing much. But once you start coloring it, you will see that it creates a magical effect of the hand moving underneath the striped background. So don't forget to do the wavy lines even in the fingers. So I'm done with my drawing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase the outline of the hand. The outline of the hand starting from the wrist. Okay, you won't really need the outline of the hand because it's going to look like these wavy lines are going to form the moving hand underneath the striped background. So I'm going to remove the outline, erase it. Okay. You may just have the nails stay there where they are. Okay. And the outline of the hand can be removed. The bits and pieces that are connecting these lines will have to be erased. So start from one side first. Sorry, forgot to add one more line here. I'm going to erase the outline of the fingers too. There we go. Now we choose the colors that we want to use inside. I'm going to be using warm colors, yellows, reds, and oranges. Okay. Maybe instead of the red, I'll use the crimson because I love that pink. Right? So now the hand has been distorted. It has been hidden somewhere inside the wavy lines. All right. So warm colors are crimson, yellow, and orange. And what is the opposite of warm? It is cool. The cool colors are to do with the lovely fresh grass and the water. So blues and greens and even purple, because purple has a lot of blue in it. So that's also a cool color. Okay. Now I've got my three warm colors, the yellows, red, and orange. I'll start painting now. Again, you may keep your outline marker separately. You have to wait for this painting also to dry. So there you go. Start with the first color. In each stripe, I'm going to add one warm color. So it's going to be a pattern like the crimson, orange, yellow. Then crimson, orange, yellow. Crimson, orange, yellow. It gets repeated throughout all the stripes. Okay. Orange. Try to fill in only within the stripe lines and not mix or blend it. Let it stay inside the striped lines. These wavy lines is going to bring out the hand and it will look like it's a scary hand moving out of the striped background. Yeah. Now the yellow. After this one dries up and the other one too, you have to use the outline in all the pencil lines. So this pattern continues. How about cool colors? Are any of you using warm colors or cool colors? Please share with me on chat. All right. You can't really make crimson. Someone asked me, how can you make crimson? It's kind of red, darling. It exists. Whenever you buy a set of colors or paints, crimson exists. You can't really make a crimson. But yes, you can make a light pink. If you add the red and white, if you add the crimson and white, you can have a lighter pink maybe. But red and crimson cannot be made. They exist. They are primary colors. These two classes, you've learned so much. I think so many words I've introduced to you. Deforming, distortion, surreal, warm colors, cool colors, blending the colors. Wow. See, art making is such a beautiful experience. You all end up learning so much. So you're not just learning art, you're learning so many new words in the English language also that you can use while describing a painting or an artwork. So this pattern of stripes gets repeated. How many of you've chosen cool colors? I think with the warm colors, it's more like the colors of the pumpkin and the autumn. It's very much like a Halloween themed hand. Don't you think? Even fluorescent greens and blues would make it look Halloween-like. I think so. But with autumn, these colors work better. Yes. Right. I'm so excited to complete this hand. Okay. Crimson again. So this striped pattern gets repeated throughout the hand and the background, all of it. And once it dries up, because I think my watercolor ink is drying up. The one that I did first, that part is dry already. So I could start to do my outline even now, but I'd like to finish the hand first before I move ahead and do the outline to my entire artwork. Always draw with a light pencil. You know, if your pencil is too dark, then your sketch pen colors also does not come out that well. So please use a light pencil. So when you erase that, you don't have any marks left. Art is so therapeutic, you know, even though I'm using just 3 colors and I have to keep repeating them. But every time I use the paint, I feel I'm doing something new. And I always consciously make an effort to get it right and not move outside the lines and stay within the lines. Okay. Your nails can be another color that you like. I think I will choose purple for my nails. One cool color to go with all the warm colors. Now the yellow. So let me do something. Let me show you how the outline will make it look like in the final work. You guys can continue to do this in your time. So let me just do this bit and show you how it will look here when the outlines come to the hand and in the background. So just this bit. You all can continue to complete it in your own creative way. So a distorted hand for Halloween. Why not? Oh, I forgot this part. Let me finish this. Okay, now you may do the outline to these stripes, right? I'm using a permanent marker. You can use a gel pen because you'll be using it after the painting is dry. Mine is already dry in this part, so I can use this and show you what the final outcome is like, right? Sometimes you may feel, okay, the gap between the hands or the lines is too wide. So you may include one more line in between, not a problem. But yes, you might have to add another warm color to that. So straight line, the wavy line inside the hand, and the straight line back here. Straight line on the outside, the wavy line inside the hand, and straight back side. I'm even drawing the hand so that it's visible to you all. The outline of the hand must be a single thin outline. You all can continue to paint inside the stripes, and after it dries up, the paint, that's when you use your outline marker to complete the outline to the hand and to the lines that you've created. Straight lines outside and wavy lines on the inside of the hand. Okay. Complete this part. I think we aren't left with much time, so I'm going to stop here. You all can complete the striped hand at your own end in your own time. It won't take too long. If you're done with the drawing, painting is fun and it's faster. Wavy line inside. Okay, I am almost done with most part of it. Just this part has to finish. All right. You may use a purple in the nails or any other bright color that pops out. Like I'm going to add some purple in the nails here. You can choose to do half warm color and half cool color also. I think that will also be interesting. Yes. These are Halloween nails and a Halloween hand, which is popping out of wavy lines and straight lines background. Okay. All right, I think I'm done. Miss Prachi, can I see you back?
Of course. For so long, I was so quiet. I was saying, wow, this hand is going to go where? This distorted hand. I was just matching my hand with but it was really, really, really amazing and fun session. But before we went to the question and answer round, I just want the admin to please play an interesting video once again. With the distorted hand. Just like in the picture, there was so mixing of colors and stuff. Even kids ask the same question: can they use different colors and mix them to make the elephant more of their kind? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yes, Prachi, of course, they can use any color they like, but they will have to combine what the background is going to be like. And if it's a sunset or a day or a fantasy, you can even make the space behind the elephant, with the planets floating all around and have your symbols of dream all around. You can change the artwork as much as you like. But we take inspiration from Dali and change it through our own imagination. That's fine.
My second question. That's going to be my second question. Kids are asking, where did you get this inspiration of making this hand, or maybe the elephant with long legs and the fingers with just distorted shapes? Where did you get this inspiration from?
We looked at the artwork of this artist, right? Salvador Dali. He did it. He inspired us. So taking from there, I added some of my own ideas too. And that's how I came up with a new artwork.
Okay, number 3, why did you use warm colors and not cool colors?
I believe I told you that it's autumn and it's Halloween. So I really associate with the oranges and the reds. So that's probably why. But I'm giving you the option of using cool colors too. Now
thank you so much, Kanika. I think it was an amazing session. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'm 100% sure that the kids enjoyed every bit of it too. So kids, you are live in this Kukuruku session with Kanika and along with Prachi on this beautiful abstract art. And I think you have all had amazing time. So Kukuruku is the longest and the biggest running global art festival for children globally. Not only because we have our viewers from Oman, Qatar, and UAE, but also because we have our instructors from nine different countries. So you learn from so many different places, so many different cultures you learned in these sessions, just in one place at your home. So kudos to Kukuruku for that. Kudos to Kanika for sharing her art for that. Kukuruku, this session is brought to you by Camlin, India's favorite stationery brand, in association with our radio partner 92.7 Big FM and our partner Sonalika Publication, shaping future minds and nurturing the thinking minds of people so that we are as interesting as these sessions are, and also our entertainment partner Pogo. With that, we come to end of the session, and I think we all have learned something or the other with the distorted hand and distorted legs. So kids, thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being so amazing and inquisitive, and we just learned and loved every bit of it. So thank you so much, Kanika. Thank you so much, everybody. With that, we see you next weekend, and bye-bye till then, and have an amazing weekend. And also, have amazing costumes on Halloween, and do share that on Instagram. Okay, bye.
Bye.
जी हाँ कुकुड़ुकुड़ुकु